When I first started going out to the Meadowlands, I was really interested in this idea of the document. I'd spent a lot of time looking at and thinking about documentary work, all the while being completely fascinated by this place. This landscape of open space, 2 miles from where I was living in New York City, seemed so completely unreal to me. I'd leave the city, and a few minutes later I could be surrounded by this environment that had been dumped in, paved over, deforested, mined, pretty much anything that could have been done to this place had been, and yet somehow it still remained to be one of the most alluring wetlands that in my mind was still capable of continuing to recover. A few years into the project, I found myself becoming increasingly frustrated with the limitations of documentary photography. It seemed to me that no one picture, or even a series of pictures, could ever be capable of representing this place, or the people that lived there. The project began to shift for me at this point, where it became less about the specifics of the place, and more about how the Meadowlands can serve as a metaphor for all of these other issues that I was struggling with. I started to think about this idea that for most people, the Meadowlands is this place to pass through and forget on their way to someplace else. That idea always seemed really kind of sad to me. Some of these images do have these really great stories behind them that can definitely add to the understanding of why I might have been interested in this person or that place. But as this project has evolved, I've realized that my experience and the act of looking are really two different things. I would rather leave it somewhat vague and allow the viewer to imagine their own stories. I like to think of these as songs on an album that can hopefully build upon each other. Each one of these songs might be about something specific, but more often than not, these specifics become far less important than the feelings conveyed.